Hey, this is Allie. Welcome to my channel. I'm currently drinking a matcha protein with homemade protein that I make off of ingredients that I buy from Amazon. And then I just add matcha, and I used pistachio milk for this one. So it's pretty good, and I like to heat it up. I drink it warm. But I'm getting my day started with that. And I'm planning to go to a hike that is near my house that also has an off trail that you can get to a waterfall. So I'm gonna bring you along on that journey, and I hope you enjoy. So I'm on my way, currently walking to the hiking trail. So it's about like a 15-minute walk, I think, a 10 or 15-minute walk. I'm entering the forest. It's a little muddy. It's been raining a lot. We had a big storm. I think it was last week. So it might still be a little bit muddy for that, but it'll be all right. Considering that the Super Bowl is happening today, there's actually quite a bit of people on this hike. So one of the things that I talked about in a previous video was overcoming negative belief systems, because a lot of us have negative belief systems, and especially if we came from a more difficult situation, if we had a more difficult and traumatic childhood, you're gonna likely have more negative belief patterns than the average person, and the average person already has quite a bit. So one of my things is just to take steps every day to try to disrupt those patterns. So if you notice those patterns happening, for some of us, it's not even a thought, it's more of a feeling, like the feeling deep down inside that we're not worthy, that we're not lovable, and it drains our energy. So one of the things is exercise that I have found really helpful in my life to kind of disrupt things and to create more endorphins and all the more happier hormones. And that's why I like to go on hikes and then jump in a cool body of water, because I find that that really helps with changing how I feel and making me feel a lot better. So that's why I'm doing this. If you do struggle with depression, and if you find yourself having a hard time getting motivated and having the energy to do the things that it takes to pursue your dreams, hopefully this video might be helpful. There was a woman that I watched on an interview with Lewis Howes. I forgot her name, but her method was you just have to count to 5 or 3 or something like that, just like 1, 2, 3, and then just get up and do it. So that's one of the things. I actually did use that technique quite a while back in order to motivate myself when I was struggling. So sometimes we just have to, even though like our body doesn't feel like we want to do something good for ourselves, sometimes we just have to just get up and do it one day. And I think the more you practice it, the easier it gets. If you were told negative things about yourself, like you're worthless, you're undeserving, you're unlovable, first of all, those are not true at all. Whether those things were conveyed to you through actions or words, growing up as a child, of course you're going to carry those feelings along with you. And those feelings and patterns in your mind and your body, because your mind is related to your body, what you believe in your mind, of course it's connected to how you feel in your body. But of course the first thing is to know that those negative things that you believed about yourself because of the way that you may have been treated from a young age, those are not true. There is nobody here on this planet that is not capable of great and incredible things. And everyone's worth is immeasurable, and everyone's worth is essentially the same. Like, it's the same. There's no difference between your worth and someone else's worth, no matter how much money they have, no matter how much fame and glory that they have. We all have the same amount of worth. So the people who make it are the ones who believed in themselves and maybe had less negative belief patterns about themselves. Maybe they had more encouragement. Maybe they had more people encouraging them to do what they're doing. Maybe they had more support. And that's not your fault if you didn't have that. But the key is that you can create it for yourself. And once you create that for yourself and figure out ways to overcome these negative belief systems, replace them with things that are more empowering thoughts, more empowering emotions, more empowering feelings. Once you learn how to do that, nothing can stop you. Because we want to get out of the pattern of letting other people determine how worthy we are, or other people telling us, whether it's verbally telling us or telling us with their actions. We want to get rid of that feeling and that belief that other people are able to affect us that much. So if we can get out of the system that if we were born into a situation where we weren't given enough courage and enough support and enough love and care, and we had, fell into depression and we fell into bad habits and patterns, once you learn how to crack the code to get out of that pattern, you have everything. Because it's the biggest thing to go about your life unaffected by what other people say or do to you. Only you determine your worth. And of course, God, like you have inherent worth, of course, but only you can determine how you feel about yourself. And I think that's a powerful practice. I'm now about to descend down a very steep flight of stairs, if you will. So I don't know if you can see it at all through the brush, but it's pretty steep. It can get pretty slippery if it's wet. So I really need to focus on this, and I need to hold on to the trees on the sides in order to make my way down there. So we'll see how much of it I can film for you guys. It did start raining a little bit, so hopefully it'll be okay. Hopefully it won't be too much rain to make it like super muddy, but it is raining a little bit. Rain, rain, please go away. So I just got here. I made it down to the waterfall that I'm gonna swim in. It's a little mini waterfall. I'm so glad that nobody's here right now so I can have this place all to myself, but it's right behind me. I can zoom in a little bit. I don't know if I can zoom in on this on selfie mode, but it's right over there. You can see how beautiful it is behind me. It's still raining. I don't know if you can see the raindrops, but it is raining, but I see a little bit of blue skies, and hopefully the rain won't be too much. That was really refreshing. It's definitely cold, but it's not anywhere near as cold as those other videos of people swimming in the ice ponds. So There are fish eating the dead skin cells off of my feet right now. Feels a little invasive, but I guess bon appetit. Sometimes I just like to get out here to clear my mind and just to take in all the visual stimulation and all the colors and all the sounds, and just to create some peace and interrupt, any thought patterns that are happening. So I really enjoy this. And there's nature everywhere. So no matter where you are, even if you don't live by a waterfall, just going out into nature really, really helps. It was so nice to be out here. I definitely feel so much better. I haven't eaten yet, so I'm gonna start climbing up the trail, but I'm really glad that I made time to do this today. This trail connects to another trail, so I always have to make sure I don't get lost. I think I go up here. I love actually climbing up these. It's a little bit more slippery because it did rain earlier today, so hopefully it'll be okay though. It's not anything crazy, but I definitely love uphill more than I like downhill. It's a lot easier. Definitely a little bit more of a workout though. So let me show you guys. Whew. Okay, I need to grab onto a branch here. Oh, my foot got caught. Okay. Whew. It was a little steep. It's definitely a little bit muddy, so it's gonna be a little bit slick. This is steep. It's like my foot has to go up here, and it's like up here. It's pretty steep. So I'm gonna do this. That. Definitely gonna drink some water when I get up to the top. I'm so thirsty. I'm emerging out right now. Here it is. And I'm out. And time to make my way back down the mountain. So I know a lot of us who've been through some really hard times. We don't share a lot what we go through on a daily basis sometimes. And life is hard. It can be hard. It can also be the opposite of that. And it can also be a lot of joy. It can also be a lot of fun. It can also be a lot of healing. It does take work to do healing though. Once you've gone through things and you've developed certain patterns and certain mindsets, certain belief systems, certain things, it may not be your fault. because sometimes things happen to us, especially as children. We can't control any of that, and we also can't leave that environment. So if we formed a lot of negative things, it is our responsibility to get out of that so we don't repeat those patterns. Especially for ourselves, it's really important to do the work, because we also don't want to be stuck in operating out of trauma, out of our past trauma. And that's what a lot of people end up doing if we don't take time to recognize and to heal from that. So one of my goals in life is to not live completely for myself. And of course, you know, we all have to take care of yourselves, and we all deserve to create things that we want in life, or at least have the opportunity to do that and to work towards that. But I definitely hope that, you know, I can be of help to other people too. And I'm so glad that there's people who are having such a positive response to my music and just telling me that sharing my music is helping them. And you have no idea how much that makes me feel, like how much, how worthy I feel and how honored I feel to be able to provide that for people. So thank you everybody who has been vocal about how my music has helped them. It makes me feel really good about myself, and yeah, it's really special to hear that. So thank you so much. If you haven't yet checked out my music channel, check it out at ali.sky.music. That's the URL, or that's the YouTube handle for my music channel. And I've been doing a lot of live streams recently. I'll be releasing another song called Coming Home. I'm working on some other songs right now too, so go ahead and check that out. Some of the effects that I feel from going out into that waterfall is that my body is more relaxed. My mind feels like there's more space in it. It just feels more free and less tense. And my breathing feels a lot more relaxed as well. So I just wanted to let you know the difference of how I feel before and after the waterfall. So I'm reaching the end of the trail. Thank you so much for coming along on my journey with me. I feel so much better. I am planning to live stream later tonight on my music channel. Please follow my music channel at Ali Sky Music. I do a lot more stuff on that channel. I'm trying to do more stuff on this channel as well. And yeah, thanks so much for watching, and please subscribe to this channel and like the video and hit that notification bell if you want to see more content. And take care and be well.
My fears and faults, and every time I felt not enough, had a vision I could turn it into something. Climbed out of the cobwebs in the